So what are the main challenges in JEE preparation, right? What we see, or what can be the points that we can tell the students beforehand so that they can avoid them, right? The first, before I move on to those points, I would say that understand that JEE is about two things. It is not only about physics, chemistry and maths. बहुत लोगों को लगता है कि अच्छा मैं physics, chemistry, maths पढ़ लूंगा तो हो जाएगा, but वो नहीं है, right? Physics, chemistry, maths is just the skill set. When you want to come in the top 1% of the country, you need to have the right mindset as well. You ask any cricketer at the national level or any person who plays sports at national level, when they are going through a downtime, all right, it is not their skill set that is actually a problem. It is their mindset. All right. And these people work on their mindset more after a certain point than their skill set. Right. एंड दीज आर सेल्फ फीडिंग थिंग्स कि आप अगर कुछ अच्छा करते हो तो आपका माइंडसेट पॉजिटिव हो जाता है, आप उसको और इंप्रूव करने की कोशिश करते हो, और क्योंकि आप इंप्रूव करने के लिए मेहनत करते हो तो आपका स्किल सेट इंप्रूव हो जाता है. सो अगेन इट्स अ सेल्फ फीडिंग थिंग, जस्ट लाइक प्रैक्टिस एंड इंटरेस्ट, right? But both are important, and I like to say that JEE is 50% physics, chemistry, maths, 50% your mental strength. All right, you need to be able to work on both. All right, you can be the smartest guy in the room, but if you can't handle the exam day pressure, no point. You will not clear the exam, or you will get a really bad rank. All right, so both the things go hand in hand. Now, how can we start? The first thing over here, stay focused and happy. And this is something, we always tell our parents and students that we want you to take this decision of preparing for JEE on your own and do it happily. We don't want you to do it because you have seen some friend or your parents are pressurizing you to do it, right? We want you to cross these 2 years enjoying these 2 years and not thinking that, oh shit, what decision I took, now I can't even go back. All right, so stay focused and happy. What do I mean by focused additionally over here is that your life will be different from other friends of yours who are not preparing for JEE, who are only focused on boards, because they will be able to complete their work more easily than you by spending less time. They will be going out, they'll be going out for movies more than you. They'll be going out more for, hanging out amongst friends more than you. You will not get to do those things as much. Does that mean that you have to not do those things at all? Absolutely not. We don't believe in this philosophy that you have to study 14 hours a day for JEE. All right. And you have to leave everything for it. You have to set a certain balance about what you need to do. And we call it, and the key term over here is prioritizing, right? Prioritizing what you need to do when. If you have work to do, then you don't go for the movie. If you have work to do, then you don't go for hanging out with your friends. If you've completed your work, go and play with your friends, whatever you want to play, right? So it's a very balancing thing that you have to do. And stay focused really means prioritizing, right? What you have to do when. The next is, don't make constant negative comparisons with others in the class. मेरे marks कम आए, उसके marks ज़्यादा है, वो मेरे से better है, उसका IIT में हो जाएगा, मेरा नहीं होगा, right? उसने class में इस sir का ये question answer कर दिया, मैं नहीं कर पाया, तो मैं तो कुछ भी नहीं कर सकता. We get into these negative self thoughts, but the real key over here, and we get into these negative self thoughts, and the real key over here is to not say कि ये जो थॉट्स होते हैं ना, ये एक रिवर की तरह होते हैं जो कि आपको बहकर ले जाएंगे. आपको वहां तक उस रिवर में जाना ही नहीं है, right? You have to avoid getting into that river, otherwise you will go along with that flow, and what will happen is that most of your time will go into thinking these negative thoughts rather than actually doing the work, and then it again becomes a self-perpetuating cycle, right? कि आपने काम नहीं किया क्योंकि आप सोच रहे थे दूसरों के बारे में, आपके मार्क्स नहीं आए, तो आपको लगता है कि आप नहीं कर पाओगे, right? So don't do these comparisons with others. And I can tell you that everybody does this. Even I have done it, and this is where your mental strength, and this is where the kind of person you have as a guide really helps. All right, and I'm sharing this on a very light note, that I have a twin brother who was more intelligent than me. This is like a fact. This is not a made up story. This is a fact. I have a twin brother who was more intelligent than me, not was, who is actually more intelligent than me, right? And so there were constant comparisons that I would make with him कि वो मेरे से ज्यादा नंबर लेकर आता है, वो क्लास में अच्छा कर लेता है मेरे से. And it was a task for me to actually come out of that zone and say, you know what, I need to focus on myself. I don't need to look at what the other person is doing. Can I talk to my teacher and understand where I need to improve? All right. And that is the kind of student we love, who can come to us and say, sir, I'm stuck over here, can you help me with this? It could be an academic issue, it could be a non-academic issue. We are ready to help you with it, because it requires, like I said, not just skill set, not just academic stuff, it requires non-academic stuff, mindset also to get through. All right. And we would tell you that beware. 10th के बाद आपको ब्रेक मिलता है, बहुत अच्छा ब्रेक मिलता है, एंड यू गेट इनटू अ जोन वेयर यू आर वेरी रिलैक्स विद थिंग्स एंड यू लाइक ठीक है, हम देख लेंगे, अभी मेरा मन नहीं कर रहा है इतना पढ़ाई करने का, मैंने क्लास तो ज्वाइन कर लिया, बट मैं आराम से करूंगा इसको. एंड यू नो व्हाट, 4 months down the line, if this honeymoon period of yours from 10th spills over into 11th, 4 months down the line, right, you would have created so much of backlog that you will start feeling pressured whether you can do this or not. All right. So we want to tell you that you need to start focusing on your work for JEE from day one itself. You need to start putting in efforts from day one itself. You cannot say that, okay, you know what, आराम से करूंगा. And this happens a lot with students who come from ICSE background, because some of the topics that we teach initially, they are comfortable with it. They are taught in 10th standard itself, some part of it, right? So they become, they become relaxed that, okay, I know this, I don't need to do it. I don't need to do it so much right now. And that is where the pitfall comes, right? So don't let this relaxed period and relaxed mode spill over into 11th. You start now seriously. All right. Make sure that your attitude right from the beginning is correct.